Hello, my name is the Cinematic Lunatic, and welcome to my new show. Now you might be wondering to yourself, why am I watching this? Well, it's probably for two reasons. A, you're curious to see some interesting internet content. Or B, I've just kidnapped your mother and sent you a letter saying you must watch this video to learn about her whereabouts. If it was for the former reason, then I say thank you for checking out this video out of the many more professional web shows out there. If you are the latter, then you should know that I could hear the screams of your dear mother from the basement. She's in chains and trapped like a rat. You better watch the rest of this damn video. I'll make sure she'll suffer. Make her suffer hard. Let's talk about Toy Story! What do I really need to say about Toy Story? It is an amazing film with a clever plot and lovable characters, and has become an innovative force in movie industry by not only being the first ever computer animated film, but also being the first ever film produced by the just starting out computer software company of Pixar, to become the legendary animation studios responsible for a stream of critically acclaimed animated classics. Everybody loves this movie. You love it, I love it, your parents love it, your kids love it, even your neutered dog loves it. But you don't want to hear detailed praise coming from a guy called the Cinematic Lunatic. You want to hear the rambles of a person who's escaped the asylum so many times that he can't even show his face in front of a camera without the worries of the police bombarding his house. You'll just have to settle for a black screen with some occasional pictures and footage, you sons of bitches. So let's get things started, shall we? Everybody knows the main gimmick of Toy Story. In this universe, whenever a kid leaves his room, the toys come to life. And honestly, after rewatching this movie, I realized how cleverly they handled this gimmick. It isn't exactly an original concept of having inanimate objects come to life whenever nobody's watching, but they managed to bring out all the possible creative jokes, situations, and adventures that could be brought out from the perspective of being a living toy. That makes it stand out from the rest, in my opinion. Now with that in mind, does anyone else think this concept would be kind of creepy in real life? I don't know, the idea of being surrounded by what you presume is inanimate objects but are actually living? Just staring and watching everything you do, like when you're sleeping. It would be hell for me considering I had some pretty messed up toys growing up. Heck, let's expand on that idea of toys being able to come to life. What if it isn't just children's toys that are able to come to life? What if it's other objects? Ahem. Ahem. What? I'm just saying. You know what, let's change the topic. How about those lovable characters? It is truly amazing how many characters they throw at us, yet still manage to have us care for and serve a purpose in the grand scheme of the plot of the entire trilogy. Everyone knows about Woody, and Buzz, and Jessie, and Ham, and Rex, and Mr. Potato Head, and Mrs. Potato Head, and those cute little green aliens, and Slinky, who was voiced by Jim Varney, who did all those funny Ernest commercials but died in 2000 due to lung cancer and wasn't able to reprise his character in Toy Story 3. Why do all the good people in the world have to die young, and why do all the horrible people get to live happy lives? Jim Varney is dead! Oh, also there's Bo Peep, who I never really cared for. I mean, she's supposed to be the heart of the group, and to raise the hopes and danger and stuff, but I don't know, her character didn't really leave an impression on me. And she doesn't really do anything in the trilogy that was very important. I presume she was just created to have toy sex with Woody.
What do you get someone else to watch the sheep tonight.
Hell yeah.
Wait, how could a toy have sex? Are there toys built in with private parts? Oh yeah. Oh, God, changing topic! Everybody knows the famous You Got a Friend in Me song by Randy Newman. It remains one of the most memorable things about Toy Story. I think it's a very charming and heartwarming song, even though Randy's voice sounds like an older Michael Bolton who's had cotton shoved down his throat. But you know what? My 240th imaginary friend, Denny, does a spot-on impression of Randy Newman and sings this song constantly. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Shut up, Denny! Thank you. The movie has some very funny humor, too. My favorite joke is this.
Finally. Hey, who's got my hat?
Look, I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Aha, aha. Give me that.
I haven't laughed like this since the last time I saw Schindler's List. But it isn't just kids, and me, that can laugh at the jokes in this movie. There are also a lot of cleverly hidden jokes in the movie that adults could laugh at without the movie losing its G rating, such as this.
I think you've had enough tea for today. Let's get you out of here.
Yes, you heard that right. They made an alcoholic joke in a Toy Story movie. I would say that destroyed my childhood, but you know, I'm a fucked up human being. But it's not just naughty jokes that went over kids' heads. There's some jokes that only hard historians will get.
Find yourself sucking down Darjeeling with Marie Antoinette and her little sister.
You know kids these days love them Marie Antoinette jokes. But in all seriousness, I would like to thank the writers for creating such a clever, well thought out, absolutely brilliant story. Thank you, John Lasseter, Pete Docter, Andrew Stanton, and Joel Raft, whatever, for making an amazing story. And I'd also like to thank the people responsible for making the screenplay as well. Without you guys, well, the thing wouldn't be written down on or something. Well, thank you, Joe Cohen, Andrew Stanton. Oh wait, he's the writer and screenwriter. Oh, interesting. Alex Sacolo, and Josh Whedon? You worked on this movie? That's a subject for another day. Then there's Sid. Poor Sid. The supposed antagonist of the movie. But I don't know, I kind of feel bad for him. I mean, I know he's kind of a bully who tortures his sister and does unbelievably horrible things to his toys, but he doesn't know better. He clearly had no idea the toys were alive, so he's mostly unaware he's doing anything really evil, even though he does kind of act like an over-the-top villain, with all the maniacal laughing and the weird evil monologues, and performing torture while quoting Star Wars, the best kind of torture by the way. But is he really doing this stuff to be evil? He could just be wildly creative and inventive. Besides, there is a scene that shows he has multiple locks on his door. Maybe he has a drunk dad that abused poor Sid lots of times, and maybe Sid became the kid he was today because of those unfortunate circumstances.
I want to ride the pony.
Look, the kid even dreams about ponies, and this was the time before bronies were in the norm. And Jesus, the Sid suffered quite the traumatic experience.
All systems are go. Requesting permission to launch. Hey, how'd you get out here? Oh well, you and I can have a cookout later. Houston, do we have permission to launch? Roger, permission granted. You're confirmed at T-minus 10 seconds. And counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1!
Reach for the sky.
Huh?
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
What?
Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
It's busted.
Who you calling busted, Buster? That's right. I'm talking to you, Sid Phillips. We don't like being blown up, Sid. Or smashed, or ripped apart.
We?
That's right. Your toys. From now on, you must take good care of your toys. Because if you don't, we'll find out, Sid. We toys can see everything. So play nice.
Yeesh, looking back, that scene is pretty fucked up. Then again, I shouldn't be talking. I like to bathe in oatmeal. Yeah, sure, Sid had the weird mindset of a cruel psychopath. But I had the same mindset as a child, and I ended up fine. You know, oatmeal makes your skin kind of smooth and tasty. There really isn't anything to truly hate about this movie. The computer animation is actually very well done for the first of its kind. Some things look kind of dated by today's standards, but it's still very enjoyable to watch. The writing is very well done. There's actually a lot of brilliance to it in the structuring of the story. A lot of characters are lovable, enjoyable, and relatable. And really, without this movie, Pixar and its wonderful array of glorious movies would probably not be around today. And heck, a bunch of other films probably wouldn't exist without the help of this movie. So really, a lot of praise goes to this movie. Yes, despite all my insane ramblings about the matter, I do think Toy Story is truly an amazingly good film. Seriously, it's hard to find any piece of cinema that is this good. I can barely say anything bad about it. Honestly, what more needs to be said? Honestly, if I were to rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd give it a 6, which in my book is classified as a masterpiece. Because that's what this movie is, a masterpiece. So I hope you enjoyed my very first episode of the Cinematic Lunatic. I am glad you took the time out of your lives to watch every single second of this dumb little video. Also, for the guy who's still worried about his mother, just note I'll be taking your tied up mother and drop her off at this specific route on the highway. You should try to get there quickly though, because I'll be literally putting her on the highway. You don't want to go home with a flat mommy? Well, that's the end of my video. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna rape a chicken. See you guys later.